A lot of friends out there are showing their buy now pay later limit on Shopee.
Credit limit lah. Wow, like that also can show off.
It's so toxic, it becomes like they fork out their savings or they borrow money from friends just to live a lifestyle like that.
Actually, saying no is so much more better.
I
You
agree,
open
yeah.
up your mind, your options to better and nicer opportunities rather than agreeing to every single money opportunity that people throw at you. Social media also evolved the media industry in this sense that people have more choices and they are not just stuck to listen and buy or not in their decision. Now they get to become the decision maker themselves. So that's the power of social media influence. Alright, welcome back to another episode of the Not Financial Advice Podcast. I am Ziad.
And I'm HY.
And today, HY, we are talking about...
we're talking about influenced spending.
She's still trying to wake up. Social media influence spending.
Social media induce or influence spending. Why?
Right, because, I mean, we are influencers, but we are also the audience to influencers. So I think there's a lot of things we can talk about. It's gonna be very juicy because we've seen both sides of the coins. We are the victim and we are also the one could be allegedly influencing people to buy certain things that may or may not be useful to them. So, okay, hey Shrek, let's start with from the spending as an audience part first. Have you been influenced by any influencer to buy things before?
I personally think I never influenced anyone before, but I cannot influence the most. I cannot influence quite badly. Because I used to be a very FOMO person.
Okay.
Why I say I used to be a very FOMO person because I do reflect on what I spent on last year. And then I realized the spending is not so influenced already. I get better, but it still happens sometimes.
Still got lah. For example, like what are the things you see online? Wow, must do because very nice. Feel like FOMO.
FOMO.
Got.
Bitcoin, I think.
Bitcoin. Oh, so actually you invest in Bitcoin, ah?
I do place like 1,000 ringgit inside just because I don't want to lose out. I mean,
FOMO investing.
Yeah, it's a FOMO investing. Because I feel like when everyone is discussing it or everyone just talk about it, I feel like I'm out of the topic.
Especially like a few months ago, right, when Bitcoin is like almost, I think it is all-time high already. So, I mean, inevitably, I will also get questions.
I want to be there when it's all-time high though.
So you are always the, people say always 卡在高楼 in Chinese. Basically, you are the one that buy when it's the all-time high one.
My friends always know when it comes to investing, I'm the FOMO queen. So what happened to me last year is the FOMO part spending is all on stock market and Bitcoin.
But that okay, let's distinct that one because that one is more to investing in financial products now. How about lifestyle things like material stuff, products? You've seen any influencer buy stuff like you see like Blackpink Lisa buy Labubu, you also want Labubu, or like they travel, you also want to travel like that. Got or not?
I think if it's me in the past, I will FOMO if I don't have one. I used to feel like, oh, there's a new iPhone, I need to change new iPhone or whatsoever. But when you have more commitments, you have to be more rational when it comes to spending.
Sure, no, like you see people raving, you won't feel like want to go, man.
That one is because I really love it. I would say, but I wouldn't just go to rave because people go to rave. I will see like what DJ is over there. I will only go when there's people that I love. For the Labubu one, I do observe a lot of people. I don't think they actually know what this thing is. They just buy to impress.
Do you know Megan? Where is our Labubu? We actually bought one for the office.
Yeah, I saw you. Are you the one that also FOMO?
Oh my god. I guess it's more like for the office that they wanted it. So
it's cute, but I don't understand. How much is this thing actually?
You want to take a guess? This one is without the costume lah. So they actually bought the costume for it. It's quite cute. Actually, got a monkey costume.
So the costume is also from Labubu.
No, the beauty. Okay, I think the perk of it is one. I mean, subjectively, this is cute. Right, I mean,
it's cute.
Lisa hanging on her backpack that people wanted to buy. Then it's cute, got different color. Then sometimes they have this gacha element. It's like gambling like that. You can get like, I don't know, 1 in 8 chance or 1 in 80 chance you get a super rare one.
It's like what do you call blind box?
Blind box.
Is very famous. Sorry,
correct.
I'm so old already.
So you want to guess how much is this little red yellow
color? It's over $100.
It's more than that.
I don't understand. You can get a small figurine or what in Daiso just for free. The only figurine that I collect is from Momo. And I got from Daiso lah. It's like 5 ringgit and 90 cents or what. I don't understand why people would spend so much money to buy this.
So the thing is,
filler.
this was 200 plus ringgit, and only like lately, right, a few months ago, right, we went for lunch together, and then we look at one of the stores also selling this thing. Then only I realized this thing was dynamic price one, has dynamic pricing, meaning it changed based on supply and demand. And it was like
I
what?
thought it's based on
Less than 100 already.
It's
quite crazy. Yeah, so it's like a stock market commodity like that. This one like, wow, this burger 200 plus and then drop like 70% value. So that's the power of social media influence.
And then because it's trending for a period of time, then 1 year later nobody is looking at this anymore. It's like last time you have Domo and what all these.
A lot.
Yeah. I simply cannot understand. Just like previously, the trending one was Jellycat.
Oh,
Do you know Jellycat?
Sorry, I'm too old. I'm too old to know all
It
these
used to
things.
be. I mean, it should be a baby's toy or baby's it's a bebe kind of thing, a soft toy. But then it's
Flashy like that
marketing
lah.
as for you to what? It's 心灵继位，就是 it's for you for your mental health.
Your spiritual animal or
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't
it's your
understand.
spiritual pet lah, like that
I feel
lah.
like I've spent this money, my mental will hurt even more.
So you see, like influencers have, well, I mean, they are called influencers because they generate influence and people, buy because based on what they see and they want, right? So this is in a way, I mean, we are influencers, so we actually do wield that kind of power. Why do you think that happens? Like, why do people trust influencers and follow sometimes blindly on their recommendations?
It's probably because for me, when I get influenced, it's probably because I really like that influencers style. I feel like they have that kind of taste that suits me a lot. So I'll just blindly follow whatever that they buy. But sometimes I don't really think if I can afford this thing or this thing will cause any financial distress. I mean, I don't think 200 plus for a toy is a very affordable kind of thing. Even for me,
it's not
like,
affordable actually.
Yeah.
It's not.
I feel like it's a very expensive thing. So people just buy, and then next few months you place it.
It's collecting dust,
Yep.
right?
So sometimes I don't want to judge, but I feel like influencers should be responsible for what they promote online.
There's a line to cross where sometimes they have to do it for the sake of, but it's part of their job. It's part of their job that they have to do it, so that's why they have to buy it.
It's
right?
just like when the new iPhone is launched, you buy it because you really need it, or you really love Apple product, or it's because you just want to post it online to impress other people.
There's always the element of sometimes just have to show off, or maybe it's part of actually like even our line of work, right? Sometimes I always tell people there is a very gray area one because we are finance influencer. Our job is to spread financial literacy, but for people that maybe don't know us or the first impression of people, right? Sometimes it's the one where people remember you the most. Like if people see you maybe wear nicer, go to nice events, drive a nice car, or live in, have a better time, use better equipment, this kind of stuff,
luxurious
right?
life.
Then you have be deemed your impression is more legit one. Then it does help with our career as a finance influencer, right? Because it's a kind of trustworthiness that you see through screen. You're not auditing the person, right? So that's why this one can be really taken advantage by a lot of, I would say, influencer.
It's because they only see from the surface. You see my partner drive car like that, I also get very impressed by him.
And that's the thing, because social media in a way is just a screen away between you and the influencer, right?
Yeah,
so when they buy things,
misconception that everyone is so rich
and you don't know the truth. And when they buy things, right, you will want to buy. What about if when they travel? Have you like, obviously you probably seen influencers travel Switzerland, Japan, Europe, very nice, right? Have you ever got like FOMO, like, wow, I also want to go? Why am I stuck in the office like that? Why
feeling
can't I travel?
FOMO, I
got
surely got, because I love traveling. I always wanted to go places like Africa, Switzerland, New Zealand, anywhere. I just simply love traveling. But when you look at your bank account, are you even there yet?
Then
I
do
don't
you get
want
the
to.
stress?
Yeah, I feel stressed sometimes, but I think it's a good way of influence because it motivates me a lot. But how about some people that actually see this kind of lifestyle and they fork out their savings, or they cannot actually afford it, or they borrow money from friends just to live a lifestyle like that. And I actually saw someone that bought I think it is quite viral on Facebook. He bought his Alphard and then he has to borrow money from his friends to pay off his loan.
How much is the Alphard?
I don't know, but
600,000-700,000 ringgit.
But why do you need to buy Alphard to impress people? Is it just because you want to show it on social media to show that you have this car, or you have this life?
This car already.
Yeah, but then what's the point of? I feel like people are spending to impress people instead of knowing what they really want.
To me, it's easier said than, if I dissect it, right, because it's just easier said than done, right? Why you need to show off, why you need to do that, right? I read this book called Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel, right, where he say the poor will never understand why the rich do that, and the rich will never understand why the poor do that. The reason being, the poor never had the chance or never had the glimmer of hope of getting what the rich can afford. Whereas the rich can never understand the poor because they were never in, let's say, survival circumstance like that. So, for example, why does the poor always buy Toto 40 Magnum? All this gambling one. And the rich were like, why so much money? Few thousands of money. Just invest in anything, you will become richer over time. But the thing is, the rich doesn't understand. The poor sometimes are just struggling to go through day by day one.
Yeah, they feel that that's the only chance to get out of the way.
It's the glimmer of hope that actually can help you get out of the poverty situation. So that's why for that kind of situation, maybe the person really think Alphard is the definition of success. Maybe a Rolex watch is a definition of success. Maybe a BMW is a definition of success. So to them, once they attain that, I guess when it's too late, then they will only realize. You only realize that, actually, no one cares about my Alphard. I got no driver, also no one cares one.
Yeah, people will only realize afterwards. When they cannot afford to pay anymore.
And I actually, guilty in charge, right? I actually done that before. I think 1 or 2 years ago, I bought this camera called Fuji X100V. It was very famous on TikTok. And on retail, Fuji camera for this one was like 6,500 ringgit. But retail means in the shop if you can walk in and buy. But the thing is, too high demand already and no supply. So you cannot buy it anywhere you go. Carousel sell 15,000, 12,000, 10,000 like that one. And even that sometimes very scammy one, right? Luckily, I know this photography shop in Berjaya Times Square, level 7. So I just asked him because I bought many cameras from him before. So I just asked, can you sell me the camera? Then he said he can try to source it. Then a week later, he sold me that camera. Let you guess how much I bought the camera at a premium.
The ori price is 6,000 plus.
6.5k if you can buy it on retail.
8,000?
I bought it at 9,000 ringgit. And that's like what, 6-7 months after the launch of the camera. That's crazy, right? Then I use it for 1 year and I really regret it. Like, it's for the benefit of the audience, right? It's a much inferior camera to the modern days one, but Fuji camera, they are famous for their filmic color, very nice one. So you see those influencer take Instagram picture, very nice one, like got summer vibes, 1980s vintage vibes, right? That's the best camera, in a way, like the best camera because they got the film color. So
but you only notice that you don't need this thing.
I don't need, and it sucks in all department, image stabilization, processing, anything you can think of, it's worse off.
But then that's the usual thing before you actually buy something, but this don't happen when you bought the camera, right?
Correct.
Because
so I don't know. FOMO also, like, I try to not look at the negatives on the review. I try to look at the positives. Like when you psycho yourself to want to buy something, right? You only listen to the good one.
Yeah.
You will try to the bad one. Okay, like maybe I can live with it.
You give a lot of reasons for you to buy that thing.
So I only use like few months, then I just put it as a decoration already. So after like 1 year, the same seller of the 9,000 ringgit camera call me, hey, people are still looking for this Fuji X100V camera. Can you sell it back to me? I'm like, second hand, how much you want to take? He say 10,000, can or not? In fact, I made profit and I sold it back at 10,000 ringgit after 1 year, second hand.
I think you need to be careful on what you say because now you are influencing people already.
So in a way, I still profit from it.
That's lucky for you, but
that's
not
lucky,
for
that's
other
lucky.
people,
Correct.
right? But apart from camera, I think there are a lot of other things that people should reflect after you buy. Do you really use it, or you just impress yourself and other people for a while and then you left it beduster over there.
Have you had any regrets buying anything that because you saw online, then like you don't use it anymore, but it's still at home now? Got not?
I think it's the Sony ZV-1 camera. It's not like
camera.
very expensive because that time, okay, it's actually our first capex in this business, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So that we, you know, all this while we were filming with my iPhone.
Yep.
And the resolution is like sometimes GG, sometimes okay. So we were thinking to get a camera, but that time I just want a camera that can make me look better. There's a filter over there or whatsoever lah. So I went to research a bit and I realized that all these vloggers, they are using this Sony ZV-1. It's like 3,000 plus.
About there.
Yeah. So I just keep convincing my partner to buy this one. Like, okay, we actually bought that. But later we realized that if you want to do interview or podcast, it cannot even tahan one. We really don't have any expertise in camera.
And can I also say you didn't research it enough and you also neglect the negatives?
Yes, because I just want to look good. And then end up, we don't use the camera. So it's like the only regret purchase that I did last year. So I feel like, sometimes I feel like social media is really influencing people a lot. And sometimes we don't even need that.
And it's just how you look at it, right? Like when you look at, even let's say like just an example I gave you just now about travel, right? Where you can get FOMO on, wow, I can travel to Disneyland or whatever, right? Even like I think a few months ago I saw this post from BBK Network, Chinese channel, very respectable channel. I really get inspired a lot by their content and the way they run their business, right? They post their whole thing in Tokyo Disneyland. So as an employer / content creator, FOMO, I really FOMO, but I feel like it's a inspirational FOMO. Like I aspire
it will motivate you to
I aspire
be
to be like that one day because it's really nice and you really they really can show it's not just fake one, like they really show like they appreciate the employee one. It's not just say only one. So I think that's more on a positive way of looking at it. Have you been inspired by any of the social media posts before?
I think in a good way a lot. But talking about this FOMO spending, I just think of this, you know, this bottle, the metal bottle, the Stanley
Cup.
Yeah, so
Stanley
when
bottle.
it first come out, it first get viral. Then I felt, wow, this bottle very nice. Need to get one. Then I go and check on the price. Like
Crazy.
Yeah, around 300
Ringgit,
for
right?
bottle.
Ringgit, right? Yeah.
Then I felt, do we have to do this again? It's like whenever I go to this hot yoga, almost everyone is wearing Lululemon. And it's like
myself as well.
Yeah, it's like not wearing Lululemon shows that you're so lame and you're so outdated.
They're like the benchmark for yoga female wear, right? When it comes to training.
I feel like it's so expensive to me.
True.
But do I really want to, stress myself to buy something to impress people? It's not even, I can do it without that. You can still wear a normal sportswear or a cheap one.
Give me a glimpse and the audience, a glimpse of how expensive is a Lululemon female set for yoga one.
I think only the top itself is like 200 plus. Even though, the quality itself is very good, but you can still get a lot of affordable outfits, sportwear.
A lot of options,
Yeah, a lot of other options. It's not necessary, or you have to wear Lululemon to a hot yoga session like that. But that time I feel like I got a bit doomed or how.
So did you end up buying?
No, I did not.
You did not. So how did you fence that off? Like, oh, I have to buy Lululemon, but I don't want. But I didn't buy it. How did you fence that kind of
because a lot of other more important goals in my life, I think.
So did you
I'm
end
not
up
that rich enough to splurge on all these things.
Did you end up buying something similar?
No, I bought the affordable one lah.
Maybe instead of the Lululemon logo, you got like a I
should go for Cotton On.
different logo one.
I feel like it's good enough for me to
Cotton On like
go
that.
to. Yeah. I feel like it's not. I'm not there yet. And maybe I can achieve it. It just make me wonder: do all these people they really can afford it, or they just wear to impress? But it's really none of my business. I think everyone that got Lululemon, they should be very happy. It's good. It makes you look good. It makes you look more confident, but it hurts your wallet.
It does. Honestly, Um, I mean, I can attest to that. So I'm a Lululemon fan slash victim. So that day I went and Lululemon and I asked because they got a guest profile ma. So my name, I just key in my phone number. I actually asked them how much have I spent, my spend history, right? The person look at the counter.
Let me guess.
Then you wanna guess? I guess. Quick pause. This podcast took us a lot of time to prepare, so if you want to support us for free, feel free to check out Interactive Brokers in the link below. It is safe and licensed and regulated in over 11 different countries. Offers one of the best packages, very low fee for all things you ever need. Stocks, ETFs, funds, options, etc. etc. It's been one of my favorite stockbroker ever since I started my investment journey, and honestly, I couldn't recommend it enough. Feel free to use the link down below, and let's get back to the podcast.
How much did you
She said
spend?
the wrong number first, then only she said like, or maybe because, okay, to be fair, because I went to Japan, bought Lululemon before, I also bought at US before.
So the profile, it combines everything?
In a way, they mix the Asia one, the Malaysia and Japan one, they mix it already, so a bit
Since
confusing already. But I roughly know the ballpark figure.
Since when you started
Since
wearing?
when I bought Lululemon stuff, 2 years ago actually.
2,000 ringgit?
2,000 no. This pants is 790 already. You think 2,000 ringgit?
Bad social influence.
That's why I never, okay, I do post picture of me going Lululemon, but I never like show what I buy or you should buy, this kind of stuff lah.
Do you regret buying it?
No.
But
in
you
fact,
can't
no.
afford it. I mean,
So okay, to answer the earlier question, ballpark figure, I think about 15k like that on Lululemon alone.
wow,
Yes.
15k on Lululemon.
Yeah, I got almost all color for this pants.
You are the people that make me FOMO.
But okay, to answer your question, right? Do I regret?
I think you're spending on the level that you can actually afford it, so it's fine.
First of all, right, Lululemon, right, even though it's expensive, right, you can't tell it's Lululemon. That's what I like. It's
low
comfortable,
profile.
it's luxury, but people cannot tell you're wearing like a Balenciaga logo, big like that. People cannot tell it's Lululemon. It looks like a Uniqlo 60 ringgit pants that you can find. And that's the beauty of it. It's not show off, but you're showing off to yourself.
I think the problem with the society is, okay, you see that person wearing all these branded things, but you don't know what struggles he went through behind, and also what kind of effort he put to earn all this kind of money.
Yep.
Because people don't show you the hard part.
Correct.
They just show you the beautiful part. So you think that it's easy, that everyone should be wearing this, is normal. So if you're not wearing it, you're not normal. So you need to buy it for social
Where got
acceptance.
influencer will show you they crying behind the screen,
Yeah.
they gonna scold by client,
Yeah.
they arguing with sponsors or this kind of stuff. No one will show you one ma. Or like maybe arguing with wife or husband or girlfriend, boyfriend. All these behind the scenes they won't show. They only like social media, they say is just the highlight. That's why people are so drawn to the highlights only. People don't see the non-highlights part, which is like what 90% of the entire picture.
Yeah, because there was once I wanted to complain like how hard I worked, what struggles that I went through online. But then my partner tell me, why do you want to show people what did you went through? I mean, you choose this path yourself.
Correct.
Why do you want to show this negative part or tell people how hard you work for it? There's no
It's
point.
so hard, right? I want to be vulnerable also.
Yeah,
Cannot
yeah.
feel like that.
No, I think when you think truly, what you choose the path yourself. Why do you want to show the sad part to other people and influence other people? What do you want? What kind of response do you expect from people? Yeah, for us, we only show like the happy part. I always show like I'm traveling. I don't show you like,
Midnights.
the midnights. What time am I filming and all the hard part lah. So I think it's important for you to be clear your mind.
As a user.
Yeah, as a user. And also because nowadays the marketing strategy is so much different from the past. Last time when you wanted to buy something, it's all from the physical newspaper. You got a fashion newspaper,
TV
finance newspaper.
advertisement.
Yeah.
They use like what, the celebrity SK2 toing like that one.
Yeah, but nowadays they can actually target user better because you got lifestyle influencer,
Correct.
you got food influencer, you got finance influencer. They can target the exact category of people, and the algo is now so much better to target you rightly, to make you FOMO even more. Then how do you navigate?
First of all, I would say congratulations to the media industry, right? It's effective marketing. Basically, over time, technology progresses. You want your cost to reduce as well to maximize your revenue and profits because you still got ad spend, right? Good for the media industry in general. For the audience as well, I guess, to navigate this, there are two sides of the coin, right? One is instant gratification. You see everything you can buy. You see what your influencer like. The next second you on Shopee, you can buy already very fast. You cannot afford there's buy now pay later, this kind of stuff. Never mind, no problem. But on the other side of the coin, we can also argue that actually it's good because it's technology. Let's say you want to buy a pants. Let's say you can afford it comfortably, no problem, right? Would you want to drive all the way to the mall to buy it when you can just do it on the phone? So in a way, you can say if you're irresponsible enough, then your problem lah. But if you're responsible enough and you can afford, right? I think it's a good way to spend the money in this technology, man. Just take advantage of it, no? Correct.
But I do get influenced by this kind of technology because I don't have so much time to think before I make the decision.
And that's what a lot of those marketing campaigns and influencers, especially experienced veteran influencers, right, / producer, right, that's their job, to make it feel as low friction as possible for you as a user. Have you ever seen like any like good marketing campaigns that, wow, really like you like the advertisement more than the advertisement itself?
I don't really got attracted to any before, but do you have any that is very memorable to you? I mean, do you think that is a
I do
one?
in fact, like few years ago, I think this was like the rise of social media influencer. I think it's also part of COVID lah. Then people watch online a lot. I think 2020, 2021, I think a lot of people know this influencer, So I'm Jen. She did this advertisement with Pizza Hut one. To me, that blows my mind, right? To give a context, right? She did like ASMR, wearing like a 空中小姐 is what? Air hostess. Then she was doing ASMR for Pizza Hut advertisement. So what do you think of Pizza Hut whenever you heard of it? Let's say a typical traditional marketing last time advertisement. What do you think of Pizza Hut? People eat Pizza Hut, that's all. Nice flavor, maybe cheese dunking like that only, right?
Yeah.
Nothing too special,
you
right?
only heard it from the radio.
Correct. But what So Jen did, very smart, was she incorporate her personal brand and her so-called anti-sale character into it. Then in a way, it becomes a humor content. Advertisement is the afterthought.
I don't
It's not
really
ad as the
remember
first thought.
this particular ads done by her, but I do remember her other ads are super smooth and
Very well integrated. You
Yes.
like the content.
I love her ads content. It's like the I think it's a Magic Clean or I don't know which one lah. It's
A
a
lot
cleaning
lah.
one.
Facial products.
I think she really worked. I put a lot of effort in all the ads.
Correct.
And I think all brands love her a
And
lot.
I think that's the pinnacle of content / influencer marketing. You don't just influence, you are also good at production also.
You don't just promote everything that you got, but you're really invested into that ads that you got, and you try to bring out the best to your audience. That's a good kind of influence, right?
Yeah. And the audience doesn't feel ripped off of their time when they're spending like 2 minutes watching a video, right? Maybe 1 minute is pure entertainment content. The rest 1 minute is advertisement. So it feels like they are not being taken advantage of. It's not like at first only content. Last time TV ads, because TV is very expensive to have a 7-second, let's say SK2 is, I don't know, millions and millions of ringgit just to put the ad. So benefit or doubt to them, they have to rush that product with their celebrity, have to rush it. But now social media, people get the choice. Thanks to the technology, people get to see what they want. Algorithm suggests them what they want to see. So let's say they like, for example, So I'm Jen or our content, then they will consume that content and only the ads come in. And then naturally, I think the trust building is better in that sense.
You know that this person don't just simply promote, then you will look at what she say.
And that's how I look at it, different from traditional marketing. Obviously, like I said, human evolve over time, technology evolve over time. Social media also evolved the media industry in this sense that people have more choices and they are not just stuck to listen and buy or not in their decision. Now they get to become the decision maker themselves. So they like it when the power shift to them. Like if you don't like what this influencer keep on promoting the same thing to you, right?
You
then
can just press like, I'm not interested.
Not interested. Or you don't want to see anymore. Then the algorithm knows you don't like. Then
The
you won't see anymore.
The algorithm knows you more, and now they know what to push for you.
It's pretty scary, right? It's pretty scary.
I think the technology evolves so much, and then buying things are so easy and fast right now. Even when I look at something in the physical store and it looks so expensive to me, I can just simply scan and see if there's any cheaper things at the similar one online. Or I can just compare between platforms. And the hardest part is this convenience, which is I can just use Apple Pay, double click, and the purchase is done. You don't even need to think. Sometimes I don't even think. I just double click. I buy first, I think later. That's the problem that I struggle recently. Because it become like, I don't want to think if I should buy this or not first. I just click and buy. And I feel like...
buy now, think later.
Yes, buy now, think later. Also, this buy now, pay later thing, I think a lot of friends out there are showing their buy now, pay later limit on Shopee.
Credit limit lah. Wow, like that also can show off.
Yeah, that's the trending thing recently. They show like, if I got a higher limit, I'm more ying or what, because you need to build your credit over there.
Better credit score lah, in a way.
Yeah, but it's so toxic. It becomes like a lot of people spend when they don't have the money and they'll pay later because of the technology.
If I can argue, right, I think it's a good thing. It can be toxic to have this kind of comparison. But in a way, from a influencer perspective, it's nice that people are aware of more educated about
building
credit score, right? Like, where got people compare credit limit last time one, but now you have this thing, they raise the awareness on credit limit and credit score, this kind of thing, right? In fact, people are more aware of it. Then people can research how to increase my credit score, this kind of stuff. I think it's good lah.
So it's a good thing about social media, because last time people think like using credit card is like using your money in the future. But actually, last time not many people are aware that you can actually build your credit score by using credit card. Now, because of this buy now, pay later, they're aware that, you can actually build your own credit score by doing good payments. I mean, paying on time. But the negative part is I can buy faster. I don't need to think so much. So sometimes I struggle like, how should I uninstall my app?
But before that, do you think you are still highly influenced by social media to spend your money nowadays? Like, see something triggered, oh, maybe out of 10 things you triggered 3 things to buy. Still or not? Do you think nowadays, as an influencer already, you see both sides of the coins, maybe with better income power now, would you have more tendency to spend?
I think because that I have better income power now, and I also have
less
better money management skills. So I think more when I buy now. I do get triggered a lot, but I would think and decide, not just like last time I just hit on everything. I just buy everything and then regret later. What about you? Do you still FOMO a lot? How can people not spend to get this social acceptance? And it's fine that we don't use all these trending things. How to not be influenced so much?
Wow, really, like, I think this book really gives me a lot of deja vu and resonance, right? Atomic Habits by James Clear. He said that habits are what you practice over time, and you are actually a product of your habits, your beliefs, and also your habits. So if you really want to, let's say, cut weight, for example, you need to make it as hard as possible for you to reach out to less healthy foods. So same goes to this, right? Spending is just a habit. Getting influenced, getting FOMO, I think is just a habit. So for me, it's make it harder for me to buy things, or at least perceive harder, like sleep on it. 1 or 2 weeks, do I really still want it? Like nowadays, I can admit, I'm still a sucker for cars and watches. Every time, they can tell that they hold my Instagram account, they see my explore feed is always watches one, correct or not? So I'm still a sucker for that, right? I still get like, wow, damn nice, but then sleep on it if I really want the watch or not. Because there's so many beautiful watches, cars out there. I can't possibly buy all of them, things like that, right? So that's why I think make it harder, but delaying the decision. I think this is one of the so-called trick old book, old book in the sleeves lah. But yeah, it still works lah for me. But easier for me to say because I get to enjoy a lot of things already. So to me, those are excess, not like I never had before. What about you? Do you have such issue?
I think from a social media influencer perspective, even though I don't think I have that because I'm doing mostly finance content. I don't really promote products unless financial products. So from our perspective, sometimes when we get all these sponsorship jobs, yeah, sometimes it can be very attractive. I mean, the payouts for us can be very attractive, but first you want to see if it's good for your user, because it's not like you only think, oh, it sounds like, wow, you so nice, only think about your user, not the payout, man. But sometimes if you promote a bad product, you will lose the trust. I mean, once you promote a bad product, people will not trust in you anymore. So it's also very hard for you to continue your career.
Correct.
The same goes for lifestyle influencer. Once you promote a bad product, will people still listen to you? If people don't listen to you anymore, you don't have that influence anymore, then brands will not come to you unless you keep on taking all the bad products job. Do you want that?
I want to add on that because while there's a lot of similarity between lifestyle influencers and ourselves as finance influencers, right? In that sense, we build trust, but then I feel like the trust level and requirement on our side is so much more higher. Because it involves people's money. It's a finance product. It involves people's money.
But lifestyle also
saving.
about money, you also need money to buy.
But you can, I mean, if I can say that, you know, hopefully I don't cancel. Lifestyle influencers, they can get away with things. They can just show, let's say a slimming product, maybe not MOH certified one, this kind of stuff. They can get away with it because why? They're funny, they're handsome, they're pretty. These are just probably one of 30 products they advertise. You might not like 5 products, but another 25 products, maybe it's just a normal vacuum cleaner. You won't care about the product. And in fact, you can tell there's a lot of these kind of advertisements, right?
For finance content creator, you
cannot.
Once, then
you recommend a wrong brokerage product, you recommend a wrong unit trust savings product, right? People remember you because it's a lot of their savings, hard-earned money into it.
Yeah, sometimes it's not, even if it's a legal product, but if it's a bad product and you really didn't expect that to happen, it ruined your trust, and then it's your career lah. So as a influencer or any kind of influencer, you need to have that responsibility to really
easier
be
said,
careful.
right? Because when sponsors dangle the amount of money in front of you, right, then that's where integrity comes in.
How to choose between making a living or...
Correct. I think every field, even in finance also, you will have sponsors that are so aggressive in that quarter, want to market a lot of marketing budget, can throw like hundreds of thousands of ringgit. For a lot of influencers, hundreds and thousands of ringgits and dollars, right? It's money you never seen before in employment one. And you start, let's say 1 or 2 years in content creating, suddenly got a broker want to offer you 200k.
So tempting.
It's so tempting. It's your 3-4 years of employment in 3 months of content work. You don't do a lot of people will do one. That's why you see.
But again, you need to think twice, because if you want to sapu the money once and then retire, then that's your problem.
Correct.
But for us, I'm lucky that I have my partner, because sometimes all these maybe not so good company, they come to us and they offer all these kind of payout. It's so tempting, and then I'll tell my partner, hey, just take this job. Then my partner will screw me and they say, you want to continue this career or not? If not, you take this job. So you want to think twice whether you want to go, you want
the longevity,
to grow, the
sustainability of the business.
Yep.
Correct. I think it's nice to have some check and balance, especially you having a partner, right? Maybe you like the product, maybe he doesn't like the product, then you all come to a consensus you should do or not for the longevity of the brand, or whether or not you are that desperate to need that kind of money. If you're not, right, sometimes saying no is saying yes to other options as well. And I learned that a lot throughout the last 2 years. Actually, saying no is so much more better. You open up your mind, your options to better and nicer opportunities, rather than agreeing to every single money opportunity that people throw at you. I think same goes to spending, even social media, right? Saying no to the first 10 things or things that might not be useful to you, I think that's great. It means you are just having more options to buy something greater. In fact, like another example I want to give, like on social media spending. In fact, I bought this Theragun. Don't know if you know this massage gun that people use after workout or whatever one. I bought this like 1.4k leh. this
The
Telegram.
100 plus already can get I mean,
Yeah. Kelly bought that one and it's so shit. Like got difference one. 100 ringgit versus a 1.4k Telegram.
Okay.
Got difference one. I use both. So in fact, it's something that I still use until today. And I was saying thank you so much to social media for giving me awareness to this kind of product. Because if not, right, I would probably just think that if muscle pain, either you rest or you get massage. How would I know got this kind of product can use one? So that's why to me, that side of social media is amazing. They give you exposure to more options. Same goes to camera gears, lighting gears, or whatever.
You have more
equipment.
information.
You have more
online.
information. You have more options.
And you got more people
Researching
and
for
review,
you, comparing.
But you need to be careful whether they are the paid reviews or
biased or not.
Yeah.
So that's why when it comes to, let's say, even our field like financial brokerage, I think this brokerage or unit trust or whatever fintech that we recommend, right? We always take pride in our research, and people use us as a benchmark for a lot of things when it comes to these kind of reviews. So I guess it's a very fine line where it's very easy to take advantage as an influencer. So users, you have to be very careful.
Yeah, but for user, right, if this is too much for you, sometimes I think we need necessary social detox. Like uninstalling app. Sometimes I do this also. It's too much from the social media.
Which app you uninstall?
Instagram.
Oh.
It's not just because of spending. I just need, sometimes I think I need the detox. Or you can make it harder for you. I mean, nowadays purchasing something is so easy. Then you make it harder. Don't tie your card. Don't remember everything inside. Don't remember the password. Remove everything. Make it harder. So you feel like, oh, it's so mafan when you want to buy something. So you think twice when you buy something, right? Do you agree with that?
No, I definitely 100% agree. Where, like James Clear said in the book, the harder you make it, the less tendency you want to do it already. So sooner or later you break the habit, then you are free from it. Same goes to scrolling phone, right? I think a lot of us, myself as well, first thing after bed, what do we do? When we wake up, then we just scroll the phone. First thing for no reason. It's muscle memory already.
Then you need to follow what Atomic Habits say.
Correct.
It's really all about habits.
And I know people, and I think Ali Abdul also do this. He install an app that makes you delay when you enter the app 5 seconds before you enter Instagram one.
A bit annoying. It's so annoying.
A bit annoying, a bit lebe lah. I feel a bit lebe, but I think it helps. Yeah, don't give you the instant gratification lah,
Delayed gratification.
Delayed gratification lah. So it's good in that sense. It's good. It helps you to make you more conscious. 5 seconds actually 5 seconds is quite slow.
It helps you to save more money.
YouTube 3 seconds also people skip ad already. 5 seconds to delay an ad, right? Actually people don't want to use already. Actually, in fact, do I need TikTok? Do I need Instagrams first thing in the morning? No need lah.
Yeah.
So that's nice to break away the habit.
Alright. Yeah, that's our tips for how to avoid social media spending. If you guys have any other great tips, leave it in the comment down below. So where can you find us?
You can find us on YouTube. Obviously, I think you are watching on YouTube. You can also find us on Spotify and also Apple Podcasts. Alright, I think that concludes this episode. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.